Hey Dylan,
Hey Deepak, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, I'm good. Looks like you're keeping busy.
What is it?
What's that? I just see lots of activity. Looks like you're busy. It's good.
Yeah. This month, I think we want to really push hard, but I think we're just having some scaling limitations on Facebook that I'm dealing with right now.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I wanted to pump that one very hard, but unfortunately, I'm still going through my emotions of like paid activity, the ad side.
Yeah.
But the organic, I think, is fine, right? That's the beauty of the model because sometimes you don't have control, right? Like you can't control the Facebook ad platform, how much they let you spend, what restrictions they put on you, and stuff like that. And the organic activity is pretty simple. Like it's very much built based on your own effort. And if you can continue working hard, and then it doesn't go. I mean, it doesn't scale as much, but it's still pretty good. So we're kind of pushing on that, and that seems to be working pretty good. Um, and Facebook is slowly coming along as well on the ad side, so it should be okay. It's
That's
just
awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah, because this is the first month we crossed like $11,000 in ad spend in a month. I was trying to get to 20 this month, but I think I got a little bit they kind of there's some hiccups in Facebook platform and algorithm is screwed up a little bit and all that. So it kind of made a little bit slow week for the to begin with this month, but yeah, no, I think it's good. How are things with you?
They're going good. They're going good. The Facebook is kind of what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about.
Okay, sure.
Um, so I'm not having I'm getting a decent amount of leads, or getting a decent amount of meetings from it, which I'm happy with.
Okay.
Um, but the thing I've noticed is my cost per click is going through the roof.
Okay.
So I'm getting like a ton of less clicks, but the leads that I'm getting seem to be better quality. So I'm not sure if is that the Facebook algorithm kind of showing my ads to kind of more of an engaged audience.
So yeah, so in general, I think the main thing that we want to focus is the main metrics, like so if you're getting meetings, if you're tracking like the cost per meeting roughly, and honestly I have to say that how many meetings have you done through Facebook so far?
So what I'm calling a meeting is like just even an intro call.
Yeah, which is fine, that's good.
Yeah. So I have one book today. So with that one, it'll be 6 total that I would have had.
Okay.
I gotten one client from it
Which is awesome.
so far, and then there's probably 2 that have potential to become clients.
So I must tell you this, that I have done Facebook ads for many advisors. I have one going on right now for a very big client in Toronto, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
And this is where I stopped taking those clients and I just focus on the program now, because I think what you're telling me, like your numbers, which are very still very limited scale, right? You're doing it very small scale.
Yeah.
Still you're getting meetings and you got a client, which some of these big guys with bigger budget, they don't get it, because I think it's not so much about the campaign. In fact, my campaign in Toronto is killing it. um, and this is a $2 million campaign that is running, right? And I get leads pretty good every day. We are getting leads like crazy. um, but they just don't have this way of thinking, right, about the client acquisition. So they just can't make the phone call, they can't get the people, and they're always unhappy, right? That's why I think I don't take these clients anymore, because even if you can charge high fee, it's just that they don't understand the client acquisition process. They don't really have the value add piece of it. um, and I think what you're doing from that standpoint is good. So I just wanted to mention that you're in the right path, and very soon, Dylan, I'll also be like adding additional Facebook next level training to the program. So you should be able to go through that as well. um, and that training essentially is going to be most likely going through the landing page and stuff like that. So
Yeah. So is that the next logical step, or is just doing video ads or something like that? Is that something that you've looked into as well?
no, so the next logical step is to no so so just let's talk about it now that you brought it up. So a text image ad versus a video ad,
Yeah.
text still dominates. And I
Okay.
haven't done video ad yet, but I know people who, as I said, people who I've learned from, and in groups like these, people have tried video ads and all that, and there are people who successfully try video ads as well. But I'm finding, and I know that what is being proven for many years is the kind of ad that we are doing with the image and copy.
Okay.
The And when I say that, I mean the fundamental ad structure of image and copy is working still pretty solid. Is very proven. And I have the same as well. So I don't have any video ads on the $10,000-$11,000 spend ads. None of them are video ads. All
Oh.
in ad, right? So that's number one. That
Yep.
being said, what the logical step that is in the training, and what I would be showing you, would be going down now to, I would say, I would probably, like you now, I'm going to make a major change in the training, and I'll be reaching out to most of you guys for some feedback as well, so I make right improvements. But yeah, you may be able to take a couple of different routes now going forward. So the two logical steps that I see is a landing page with a same retirement guide. Because remember last time you came and you still had some issues with your cost per click and your CPM.
Yeah.
Versus my other client in Toronto who is looking for 2 million, and not unfortunately, like what I see with them is that their CPM for getting a much more valuable client is lower than what yours is, and it's the same similar ad, right? It's not like there's anything. It's the same geography for like here, right? It's not different. The only difference is they're on landing pages. So with landing pages, we do something called Facebook Pixel and stuff like that. So there's a little bit more learning that probably happens there. And it's a right long-term campaign structure with the landing pages. The reason I start you guys on lead form is because it's an easy thing to start, less compliance headache. And when you haven't touched Facebook platform, if you haven't played with it, the landing pages opens up a complexity of tag automations and a cost that you will have to bear with. So I do want people who are interested go there, because that is the ultimate campaign. But I think what I wanted you to do is the right thing, which was spend a month or month and a half, just test your word on Facebook, get the pulse of the platform. And now it will be similar ad copy, same ad structure, same psychology of creating ad. It's just that instead of lead form, we'll go on landing page. So that will be like the next logical step, which is where I have this client with a retirement guide. And then the next one would be my campaign, essentially, which is an image going to a video, as opposed, so instead of a PDF, you go into a video now.
Right.
When you teach them something and they book the meeting right from the Calendly link and fill up the information. And this is the magic one, right? Because this is where you wake up with a calendar invite in your calendar.
Yeah.
And I have that one working, and that is the one I'm scaling now, right? So mine has produced, I think, 180, 90 meetings now so far.
Nice.
Doing pretty good. And this is the one I'm trying to scale to, what I'm trying to scale right now. I mean, I do want to update my video, to be honest, but right now I'm just focusing on scaling the existing video. But that is going to be the ultimate campaign in this particular program. And that's what I would say. In your case, maybe go to the landing page with the report for like a month. Or you might even fast track it to the video. I'll let you decide on that as we get everything launched and rolled out. But that's going to be like the ultimate now, because now that would cost you a little bit more ad spend. Perhaps you can still play with the same number. That's okay. But I'm seeing that the meeting booking, you're looking at about a couple of $100, maybe $150, $200 for each meeting. But you can probably get $1 million guy on the phone, right? So it's not too bad. So yeah, that's going to be the logical.
Okay. Yeah, that's promising. And yeah, that's promising, Deepak. That was the other thing I wanted to talk to you about with my higher cost per click. I'm still noticing that my cost per meeting is at $228 as of yesterday. So you think that's still kind of in a good spot?
And what kind of people are these so far? Like what kind of asset they have? Is it 250K, 500K?
It's a range anywhere between 5 and a little over $1 million.
Then you're good, because I'm paying $250 right now, and my program is not even that expensive, right? It's one-time fee.
Yeah.
Right, and there's a method to the madness there, but I'm just saying that the cost what you have looks pretty good, because Facebook really has this metrics, right? Because they they are very smart people, so they know that you are an advisor. They know how much you make, right? And they know that when you're running an ad, this is typically how much. I mean, it's a market, right? They know the market rate,
Yeah.
and I know that my costs have been pretty consistent around $250 dollars, right, for each meeting. And I know everybody who actually have meeting booked through Facebook, that is typically the cost. I don't know of anybody. I mean, there are some very advanced level people who probably can generate at $40-50 meetings, but you're also looking at huge volume of spend and everything. So you're in the ballpark, and you always have to look at your ROI. If you got a client for $1,000, and if you're getting a $5,000 or $10,000 per year client, you now have found a gold mine that you can scale, right? Um, so everything looks so far so good, and I think you're in the right direction. So,
and then another thing just to mention that might help some of the other people in the program too was I got 2 of those leads or 2 of the meetings booked from kind of taking your advice that was earlier in the program by using different forms of communication. So not getting anywhere on the email and the calls, but then a text did it.
Right.
So I think that's important too, right? So if you're not kind of getting, any, if they're not answering your phone or whatever, just send them a quick text, and that usually can wake them up sometimes.
Yeah. So you got people responding to text.
Yeah. So I called them a few times first. So I kind of call them 2 days later, call them 2 days later, call them. And if I don't get anywhere after 3 calls, just shoot them a text and say, hey, a little intro, and then I'm getting some good response from that.
Perfect. Yeah, like you master sales and you're good. That's the way it is.
Awesome.
Perfect. Awesome. Good to hear. Hello.
Great. Okay. Yeah, appreciate the time, Deepak, and yeah, let me talk to somebody else.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Deepak, how are you?
Hey, me, this is you? Okay, I can't recognize your number.
Yeah.
Phone number. So
yeah, I called. Yeah, I called from my cell phone.
Okay.
So
How are you doing?
yeah, because I'm doing well. I have been actually, yeah, I think after the 2 meetings I told you, I really starting to kind of organize my process from making phone call every step on the way. And now I think I opened 2 accounts. I mean, a couple last week, and the same. So I think the process I starting to use works really well now, and I can get people ready to open accounts whenever they come to the meeting, the first meeting.
Nice.
So I
awesome.
so I did again. They're a young couple. They don't have much money, but that's all they have. So that's I'm pretty satisfied by the results because they gave me everything they have. So it's around like 75K. And then I scheduled another meeting, which is next Monday. It's the same. The couple would come. They have around 75K as well. And another meeting for the week after next week, Saturday, a couple. I think they have a decent amount of saving because they're now willing to tell me in the phone. So those 3 meetings, it's the first time I see them, and they're willing to open accounts. So that's where that's where I really push to. Yes.
And I think just want to highlight one more important thing, because when I see stuff like this, it's always important for me to tell you some unique thing that this has, so that you can understand that and obviously repeat it. But the first time when you had that guy who came and opened account, one meeting was one guy, I think, right? Individual, right?
Yeah.
Now this is a couple. So
yeah, which is harder than
exactly,
me.
Exactly, right? So you now have 2 people, 2 brains pretty much, right? So you're working with 2 human brains, which is a freaking complex thing. And you're able to both say yes.
Yeah.
Right? So it's pretty good. What I'm saying. So it's a pretty good job you've done there, and you've done 2 of them.
Yes.
So
I'm very, very satisfied because this is actually 3 couples. What I have done after those 2 meetings I told you, I opened an account at the first meeting. Then I schedule like 3 meetings. So 3 couples, young couples. So 1 already opened accounts during the first meeting. So another 2 is schedule the meeting, and they're gonna bring their stuff to open account. So So that's why I think I started to really understand that what you have been told me, those concepts and the principles, and it's seriously like every day my mind is like repeating those words you told me. Like then I would keep telling my dad, I was like, my coach told me this, and this is so true. Now it works.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was
It's
telling you.
simple, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces in the program that takes time to understand, digest, implement,
Mm-hmm.
repeat, right? And I follow the same thing myself, and I trip too. Like I told you, right? I'm not perfect. I have the
Mm-hmm.
same thing, and I just remind myself, and but when you do it, generally it works, and it works well. So so I think no, I'm very happy now. All of these are LinkedIn, right? Still for you?
Yes, all of them were LinkedIn. So I count total. So if there were one account that I don't know how much they will bring, but for those people I know for sure they're gonna open an account and I already did transfer total. This 4 months I will have 810K. 810,000. So I still meet the requirements. Not as good as last quarter, but because I failed the first 2 or 3 months.
Right.
But this whole month it catched up. So that, and it also I think those failures really put me to think about what went wrong on those process, and I really feel all the problems was coming from where we were told to. Because I think at the very beginning, like I think the first 3 phone call we had, I remember you told me whatever the customer or client tell me what they need, what I need to do is tell them I can help them and I can do it. And it sounds simple, but it's really hard to implement. And I think right now I'm at the point because I'm really just trying to keep reminding them, this is what you told me and this is what your goal is, and I definitely can help you, and this is what we're gonna do to achieve your goal, and do you have questions? And I think the change is I made it really simple. Like all the conversation I said is super simple, and I keep asking, did I understand correctly? Is there anything you want to add? I keep confirm their goal. So
Right.
after I get to, if they keep thinking about, after I confirm like a couple times, they'll be like, you got it, it's fine. I said, do you have like, if you don't have questions and if you would like, then the next step is we're gonna look at your statement, then we're gonna link your bank together. Yeah, let's do it. So that's why my phone call is pretty short as well, because I keep everything very simple. My phone call is around 15 minutes, no more, not really go over like 15 minutes, and it's around that 15 minutes, and also, and I keep doing what you told me, let them talk. And I think that's where I didn't quite understand, but now I understand much better because I did it once. I keep asking them. I was like, did I understand correctly? Is this what you told me? And then that guy go back to tell me whatever problem is in his life again. And then I was like, okay. So I think that's where make it really work. And also I feel what I did wrong before, because there was a guy coming, he and his wife have 500K, but after the first meeting with him, he said, oh, I'm going to talk to my wife, but I never hear back from him, right? So I did wrong is those questions I asked him is not really directed to those pinpoint. Actually, it's pretty simple, right? They're gonna talk about the family expenses. You're just gonna repeat like, oh, you have to cover your family expenses, and you wanna. It's like a very easy language to at their level to let them understand. I said nothing about finance. I said nothing about economy. I said nothing about those complex words at all. It's like
Good.
really simple words. And then I was like, because I think the first time, because yesterday I trying to send them an email to